sigorta şirketinin başınıza bir şey gelmeden de yanınızda olması mümkün mü? Ya da farklı sigorta...
We put on the presentation.
Yes, please, the PowerPoint.
When it comes to, once you finish this one, the coffee one, I will make you the host. Stephanie, please go ahead.
Okay. So Mr. Rashid is going to be following up the presentation and I'm going to be talking about it. So we can go to the slide number 4, please. So to talk, that one is okay. Yeah, thank you so much. So a little bit introduction about our economy in Guatemala. So in Guatemala, we have a pretty stable macroeconomical numbers. And so 7.8, it is equal to $1 in Guatemala. And it has been like this for the last 20 years. So that makes us understand that our economy is very, very stable. Rashid, there is something showing on the screen, like on the right side.
Yeah, I'm gonna just fixing your screen. Okay.
Thank you so much. Guatemala has the biggest economy of the region, of Central America region. 4 out of 10 products are made and manufactured in Guatemala. The growth of exports in the last 4 years has been more than 30%. So that means our economy is increasingly growing. And we have a estimated nominated GDP for 2023 of 103.13 million. So it is one of the largest economy of the region. GDP growth of 2021 was 8%, and the GDP growth in 2022 was 4.1%. And an estimated growth for 2023 is 3.5. You can go for the next one. Yeah. Guatemala has been qualified as an investment destination, and we have been, these ones are companies that are like rating the country's economies to be, to understand if they are stable or not in order for the, to take an investment.
I closed it accidentally, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So these ratings so far has been giving us a very good grade for Guatemala to be, a country who can receive foreign direct investment. And because of this, the economy of us has been qualified as stable and a good economy to receive investments. In the last 2 years, we have been receiving investment in different sectors. Yes, this one. So it's the Fitch ratings and the S&P Global ratings and the Moody's ratings. So they are these companies that rate the economy with the macroeconomic system and what is the exportation products and the GDP. And so far we have been recognized as stable macroeconomic, prudent fiscal and monetary management, a strong liquidity in the economy, and improved tax collection. And that's very good for a country when you are talking about the attraction of investment. We can talk to the next one, Rajit, please. What are our competitive advantages? So in Guatemala, there is a company, no, it's not a company, it's an institution called Guatemala Moving Forward. This is the institution that is allowing us to create a strategy for the attraction of investment. It's a plan, it's a public and private, so they work also with the private companies in order to seek and drive the economy transformation into allowing the investments to get into the country. The 6 pillars that are that they work in it is investment attraction, of course, but the competitiveness of the country and the climate for investors to come, the infrastructure also, human capital. Tourism is part of the attraction of investment. People need to come, get to know the country in order to invest in it. If they want to, come to the country where you don't know, it's very weird that you're going to invest there. So coming as a tourist is the first step as well. So also the agro impact. We are a country that is big, strong in the agro-industrial sector, and because of this reason, the agro-industrial impact is important for us. We can go to the next one, please. So we have free trade agreements with a lot of countries, but one of the countries that we have free trade agreement, and the most important ones, as United States. You know, United States is the largest economy in the world, let's say, and a lot of people that have affordability for buying power. So it's a very good strategic free trade agreement that we have, and we have a largest getaway of Latin America, that is Mexico. It's our neighbor country. We have also a preferential access to the Central American Market Association, or we are Central America. We have between us a preferential access agreement. And also we have an agreement with association agreement between European Union and Central America as a bloc, Central America bloc. And we recently signed a free trade agreement also with Israel. And we also joined the free trade agreement with South of Korea. These agreements allow us to be in different markets and getting strong in it. Especially the free trade agreement that we have with the United States allows to attract investments in the companies that are interested to get into the American market, because we are so conveniently located. Guatemala has access to Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean. But we have ports on both sides that allows to, we have 3 ports, and 2 of them are in the Atlantic and 1 is in the Pacific. That allows to be very interactive with our neighbor countries, especially with United States, Mexico, and also Canada, and Europe, of course. We can go to the next one, please. Rashid. So we have a logistic platform that allows to be connected. We have 2 international airports, 9 local airfields, 11 cargo airlines operating in Guatemala, one of the largest maritime cargo operation in the region, and we have 3 ports, as I mentioned before. In the Atlantic, we have 2 and 1 in the Pacific Ocean. Between the ports, we have 400 kilometer distance between ports for any kind of, transportation that be needed by land. We can also go to the next one, Rajit. Like I was talking before, we have can you bring a little bit down so I can see the title? Yeah. So we have proximity and preferential access to key global markets. Let's say from Guatemala to go to Houston, it will take about, if we fly, 3 hours, and also to Miami, 2 hours, and to Los Angeles, 5 hours, to main cities, of United States, and also to Mexico City, 2 hours, in a sense of flying, but also with the ports, we are very close to them, and so things can get to the closer neighbor countries in 3-4 days. We can go to the next one, please. So by the maritime and transportation, like I was talking before, so Guatemala to Miami is 2 days, to Rotterdam 16 days, to United States, Los Angeles 11 days, to Busan, South Korea 28 days. That's far, to India 54 days, and to Mexico 2 days. So that means we are in a very strategic position for the trade to move around in the neighbor countries as well. We are very good located because if you compare with other nations like Honduras, El Salvador, or Panama, their days are higher, right, in terms of transportation. We can move, please, to the next one. And this one is, I didn't have this table from 2023, but 2019, we are exporters, main exporters of agricultural products. And we are the first bigger producer of cardamom. Cardamom is spices that in the country we produce, but we don't consume in Guatemala. And that's why it make it for us one of our biggest trade, because we export everything that we produce. Guatemala exports a lot to Arabic nations, Emiratos, Qatar, Turkey is one of them as well. And all the neighbor countries in Middle East, we are the exporters of the cardamom, also coffee. To the United States, we export bananas also, plantains, that is like a shekmus, they say in Turkey, but it's plantain, you know, and in English, melons. And we also produce a lot of sugar in Guatemala. We are in the 4th place to the United States and the 5th in the world exporting sugar, and also coffee. We are big exporter of coffee in Latin America and 8th place in the world of the exportation of coffee. Papayas, we also export. Watermelons, we export. We are to the United States, the 5th place in the world that we export, you know, these 2 fruits. Other things that are emerging markets that also are important for our trade is in the few years, or I think I would say 10 years, textile. We have a cluster of production of textile in Guatemala, and that's very important for the trade with the United States. We produce many products for Old Navy, US Polo, Nike, Walmart, all these chains that are in the United States that are clothes, many of them are being produced in Guatemala, and they are being exported to the United States for the trade. Synthetic fabrics, shirts, pullover, pants, all the clothing, also paper, cardboard, electricity, bakery, pastry, cookies, and also non-alcoholic drinks, and almond and palm oil. Shrimp is another strong from us, and also rum. We are a producer of rum and brandy. We can go to the second one, please. I know some of you are interested in the coffee trade with the Turkish market. Our coffee trade with the Turkish market had been growing lately, and a few last years we have been experiencing an increase, especially in the year 2020, I think 22, between 21 to 23, we have been experiencing an increase in our sales with the Turkish market, and that is very positive for us. I've been working for the Embassy of Guatemala since 2021, so we already see the benefit of the, you know, the investment that the government of Turkey is doing with my position in the country, because we see the numbers increasing, and that's a very positive approach for us. One of the things that is very important to mention is that we avoid with this the traders commissions from the European market. So usually before in Turkey, many of the buyers of coffee were buying from the European traders, and of course the coffee would be a bit expensive because there is involved of trader commission there, and that make our coffee was very expensive. Now we, since we are getting into the market since few years ago, many companies are able to buy directly from the producer in Guatemala and being shipped to Turkey, and that's a very positive thing because it allows to get into the market at a more affordable price. And also there is specialty coffees that we produce a lot in Guatemala. In Turkey, the trade of coffee has been growing the last few years, I will say the last 5 years, in extremely high numbers. We see a lot of new chains of coffee growing in a very positive way. Also, I think the Turkish market also likes socializing with going to a coffee, going to have a tea, and also for the young populations who like to drink coffee with their friends. Is a very trade situation right now for them, so it benefits us to get into the market and to supply these different coffees. Guatemala has 8 different regions of coffee. Because of that, we have different qualities of coffee, and we have different characteristics of our coffees. We can supply any market, but Turkish market, they say for the Turkish coffee, there are some specialty coffees that they use, like coffees from Brazil. Indonesia also is used a lot for the Turkish coffee. But for us, it's more filter coffee, specialty coffee, espresso, capsule that people is also using for their, consumption, not only with milk, but by itself. Right now, we separated already by this year, 2024, by May. The numbers are more than $5 million sold already in coffee to Turkey. From the last year production, we already passed the numbers. So we think that we are going to end up the year with higher numbers that we had experienced before. It also gives us a very nice picture of the market and of the coffee in Turkey, because people is also getting to know the quality, and they are requesting the quality of coffee from Guatemala. We have a very good quality and a standard quality that is appreciated around the world. One of our biggest trade partner in the terms of coffee is United States, and also Taiwan. Also, it is Europe as well. So I think Turkey is growing in that market, and it also talks very good about the quality of coffee that is being sold in the market. We can go to the next one, please. We, Guatemala, as a Central America, we are an energy hub. We produce our energy, a lot of our energy is produced by hydroelectric. We have more than 10 million in private investment in energy production. We have long-term vision for the planning of this kind of investment. In 2022, the electricity generated came almost 78% generated by renewable resources, and that's very positive for the country. We have strong and technical institutionals for the process of energy, and we have 44% to 90% of electricity access in the 26 years. So we progressed a lot in access for our energy to the country and to provide our Central American friends, countries that are buying from us as well. So Central America electric integration infrastructure for bilateral connections with the Central America market. We are importer, also exporter of electricity of the region, and specific initiatives we have incentives for the development of renewable energy and electromobility projects for the market in Guatemala. We can go to the next one. So here is a quick view for you to understand. So our water resources are, for renewable resources, are the ones that we use the most. We also have wind power, biomass, also geothermal steam production, bunker diesel oil, carbon or renewable resources are more our biggest production. Thank you so much. I don't know why it doesn't show properly there the slide, but it's okay. We can continue for the last one. So for in case we also say that one of our strongest resources is our talent and people. So we have 15 universities located in Guatemala that are for training of our people. We have a lot of people that speaks English, and that's very important for also for the attraction of investment for trade and for being able to accept and receive any investments. According to the English Proficiency Index, education first organization in Guatemala is ranked above Mexico and Colombia. That gives us a very good idea of our access to English in the country. We have 29 training centers that are for technical trainings, the productivity. And so we have also some companies that when they are going to come with their company, they work together with our technical department to train their people to be able to take care of their investments and the technical purposes. And we go to the next one, please. For the attraction of investment, we also have special regimes for the promotion and development of exporting and exporting machinery. We have free zone laws, that for people to come as an investment, manufacture, transform their products and re-export it from Guatemala. So we have a special public economic development zones that are for different sectors that will help the investors to come to the country to get, manufacture or to finishing, assembling their product to be re-exported to neighbor countries. The next one, please. Also, we also have our law for the promotion and the foreign capital. This is when people come as investors, quantity of, of the investment and the extensions of guarantees that the country will give for that investment. So up to 3 years, up to 5 years, up to 7 years, up to 10 years, depending of the amount of money that it is put as an investment in a country. I cannot tell you specifically for each different sector, there are different perspectives for these kind of investments. Please, the next one. So Guatemala, 5 reasons to invest. So Guatemala is the largest economy in Central America, strategically located and serves as a large consumer market, a stable macroeconomic. The country has a very good macroeconomic performance, stable, and that gives us a very good perspective for the business owners when they want to come and reestablish themselves in Guatemala. High diversified productive sector in the agriculture and the commercial activities accounts, and although in the manufacturing industry. Guatemalan products are with a great presence in the international markets. We went from exporting mainly agricultural products to exporting more than 4,000 products and services, high in added value to 140% countries. Pardon. 100%, no, I said percent there, so it's just 140 countries. So we have a competitive energy cost that allows to attract investment with the low prices from Central America and the region compared with Mexico as well. The next one, please. So we have a very good business climate and competitiveness and attraction for the investments. These ones are just a very team brush, let's say, about the promotion of attraction that we have. We have law for the promotion of foreign investments, attraction, a leasing law, anti-red tape law, law for the strengthening of the strategic infrastructure, reform for the Republic of the regulations of the free trade zones and insolvency and law. Also between Turkey and Guatemala, we have an agreement that protects the investments from both countries coming here and going there. You can go to the next one, please. For the foreign direct investments in the last few years, the last year, we were able to attract between 2020 and 2023, 6,911.90 million of dollars. So that's a very great number for us. And we hope we keep growing in the attraction of investment in that sectors, different sectors we have. We have many companies that are strategically locating themselves, especially after COVID, when we saw the problems with the transportation from China, let's say. So in that moment, Guatemala started looking for different markets to provide many things, and Turkey has been benefited from that opportunity as well. Let's go to the next one. So what is the investments that we have in Guatemala? We have Yasaki, that is a parts company, Tata Consulting Services, Nestle, PriceSmart, Telos, PepsiCo, Teleperformance, Nextile, Hansei for Fashion World, also Coca-Cola, Sale, Mullion, Tigo. So many companies that are investment not only in the textile, but also in technology sectors. We can go in the next one, please. So for the attraction of investment, there are a program that is Pronacom, and they will do a prospection when someone wants to invest. So let's say I have a plan. I want to invest in a country in Central America, and I would like to know prospection about Guatemala. What would be done? It can be done by them and with the help of the myself. So if someone is interested or has an idea that wants to do an investment in Guatemala, this institution is the one who will give us a more clear perspective about what will be a strategic to get into the investment in Guatemala, also soft landing and aftercare that is being done by this institution. Next one, please. And that's it. And you can close it. I'm just going to talk a little bit.
Steph, I'm gonna make you host so that you can share your coffee.
Okay.
Coffee
Uh,
presentation.
Okay, thank you. Uh, okay.
Now you're the host, you can share screen.
Ah, okay, yes, because I was putting and it's not happening. Okay. So, can I do the mm, mm, mm. Give me a second because to send it to you, I close it. Now I need to reopen it again. Okay.
Yeah, don't forget to share screen.
Yes, I will do. I will now. Just I need to open it and okay. Okay. Mm. Mhm. Okay, I'm just gonna put it into. So I know some of you are interested here in the coffee market, so I wanted to show a little bit about.
Yeah, you can make it full screen and
I'm trying to do.
we see it now.
Okay. Just let me put it as a full screen right now. But let me. Okay.
You see, yes, that one, yeah.
Okay, so here I wanted to tell you Guatemalan coffee is top export destination. Like I was telling you, 49% of our coffee is going to North America, 26% to Europe, 22% to Asia, and to other countries. Here, Turkey doesn't even show because it's a bit small the amount that we sell to Turkey. But for this year, I'm sure it will be inside this slide. Also, Guatemala coffee's total export. We have here let me see, because I cannot see the slide here. Guatemala has coffee varieties of some of them, like you see here. Catimor is one of the coffee variations, also Caturra, Kutuai, Shashimor, Anacafe 14 is our coffees that are being the most produced for Guatemala. And we produce a lot of semi-hard bean and a lot of strictly hard bean. That in Turkey, strictly hard bean and prime is one of the coffees that we sell the most. Turkish market, like I was telling you before, we sell already more than $5 million. We passed already the sales from the last year. And like you see here, semi-hard bean, strictly hard bean, and prime is the coffee that we sell the most. Okay. And I will show you here in Guatemala, our 8 regions of coffee are these ones. So coffee has 8 regions in Guatemala. We have Anacafe, that is institution that it administrates and helps the producers of coffee to get organized, to belong, and to find opportunities of trade outside of the country, and 8 regions of coffee. So we have more than 125,000 producers. We have many, many small producers, but they get together to be able to find opportunities to sell their products. And the 8 regions, and one of the ones that we sell the most in Turkey is Highland. That is Huehuetenango. Also, Antigua is one of the ones that is selling a lot here. And New Oriente is also the one that is being sold a lot in Turkey. And the segmentation, like I was explaining, we have a lot of small producers, and large producer is only 25% of the whole production of coffee. So I just wanted to give you this feedback so you can see what is it that we produce in Guatemala. The main agro-industrial exports. So the first one is oils like palm oil and almond oil. Bananas, we also have coffee, sugar, and cardamom. So one of the in that order is that coffee is so important for us for our trade. So Guatemala, I also wanted to say that we also import many products from Turkey, steel, also materials of construction. Also, we have many products like cookies and also plastics, many things that are for household, usage are being exported from Turkey to Guatemala. And Guatemala Chamber of Commerce this year and next year prepares an event where they invite all the exporters from different parts of the world to come to a B2B networking event that it takes this year was a 3-day or 2-day program that if Rashid allows me, I will share with you. So if some companies from Turkey or from another part of the would like to
Stephanie,
participate.
it will be held in Ankara, or
No, this event is held in Guatemala. The Chamber of Commerce of Guatemala organizes it and invites all the Chamber of Commerce from around the world to come as a delegation to expose, their products.
it will be done in Guatemala?
Yeah.
Okay. So can you make me host again? Now we are into question and answer session. Thank you very much, Miss Stephanie Garcia ELBAY. Thank you. Informative, very informative webinar. Those who would like to ask question, please raise hand. And I would like to ask how much is, now there is Mr. Suat here, a cost of 20-feet container shipment from Turkey to Guatemala. Is it, as far as I know, it is the same as Africa, because Turkish exporters are afraid of logistic costs. They think Central Africa is too far and it doesn't worth the export.
Yeah, if I am not wrong, Ty, you can correct me. I think it's around between $3,000 to $4,000.
That's what I remember. From Guatemala to here, between 4 and 5. And from here,
It's more expensive.
gentleman can help better probably.
Ya Suat, Türkiye'den Orta Amerika'ya bir konteyner kaça gidiyor ortalama?
Şu an hatlar üzerinden değişiyor fiyatlar. O servisi kontrol etmem gerekiyor. Armatörlerle.
Stephanie'nin dediği gibi zannediyorum 3-4 bin dolar civarı.
Evet. Çünkü şu an şey var ya.
Afrika ile aynı seviyelerde diye biliyorum. Orta Afrika ile.
O bantlardadır. Çünkü bu şey fiyatları değiştiriyor biraz. Ve işte diğer Ümitburnu. Onu bir şey yapmam gerekiyor. Bakmamız gerekiyor ama pazartesi günü dönüş yaparım.
Tamam.
Muhtemelen yakındır.
Okay. Maybe Mr. Sherif, he can give us some information. How is Guatemala coffee is received in Turkey, quality-wise? As far as I remember, I tried at some Guatemala coffee at Juan Valdez chain. They promote...
No, Juan Valdez, Colombia.
Colombian. Oh, I'm mistaken.
Yes, Juan Valdez is Colombian chain. But I
But
think
similar-
maybe you tried
similar
Guatemala in the
taste, I think.
exhibition. And I can tell this for now. I really appreciate the consulate here and the ambassador. They are very active in every exhibitions. I can see Guatemalan booth. And whenever I see them, I'm very happy because each country where they respect their products, and if they are doing this, and I'm very grateful to see them in the market. As Indonesia, I'm helping them as a honorary coffee person in Turkey, but I'm really, I know Mr. Taygun also has a lot of experience. We are really appreciate and we are ready to help. I was helping to El Salvador ambassador and Indonesian ambassador to make the cupping sessions and other things in Istanbul. So we are open to make the cooperation for the cupping sessions, for the tasting, for the advertisement. So we can do our best because
You can also
we are
organize,
the embassy of coffee in Istanbul. So we are aware of that our responsible to be ambassador of the coffee of the world for Turkey.
Sherif, you can also organize a coffee workshop with Guatemalan coffee.
Yes, yes. So one of our sessions, which is going to be, we can do Guatemalan specialty for the
We can
Guatemalan taste.
do it nearest at Haliç Congress Center. I think that is the best place. We can welcome everyone to taste Guatemala coffee at your booth, or I'm not sure if Miss Garcia will be there opening a booth.
No, I'm going to be there participating in a conference and coffee services. But I will be happy to do coffee from Guatemala in your stand. If you want, I can give you some coffee to promote.
Maybe we will talk about this and we will invite all our members. So
Yeah,
it will be good for the exhibition and the session we can do together.
Thank you. Last year
Yeah,
I
okay.
participated with Cafe Services. This year I didn't because I have a very close another activity and my agenda is full. So I decided this year I'm not gonna participate, but I will be still there because they invite me to a conference as well. So I'm looking forward to see you as well in there.
This is our Guatemala sticker. So we use this
Beautiful.
Antigua, yes.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Miss Stephanie, you didn't mention, but I think Guatemala were host most of the Mayan population, and you have some pyramids from Maya culture, right?
Yes, we are we have one of the biggest cities of the Mayan civilization. It's called Tikal. And as you saw in the video, there's a little, I put it just an introduction for you to see where I come from. We have the biggest civilization city of the Mayans in Guatemala. It's called Tikal. For the touristic purposes, Guatemala is so beautiful. I invite you to visit if you like history of the Mayan culture. Also, we were colonized by the Spanish people, so that's why we speak Spanish, and we have colonial city called Antigua Guatemala as well. A lot of natural beauty as well. Turkey also is beautiful, but also it is nice to see other cultures and get to know them as well.
Thank you. Any other questions? Mr. Nezih? Mr. Zafer, if you are available, you can turn on your video and speak for a few minutes.
I want to send special thanks for Mr. Taygun. He is helping one of my friends to export coffee, and he is helping him in coffee business. He is my partner in Hatay, Antakya region. He is our construction partner, but they want to bring some coffee from abroad. And Mr. Taygun is supporting him too much, and thanks for him.
As much as I can. He's supposed to join. I think he was busy with his kids, so he couldn't join.
He tried, but he couldn't enter.
No problem, no problem. He's a very good friend. Thank you, Nezih, for introducing him. Thank you. Also, just a quick note. 2 Star Wars movies were shot in the Tikal region. So it's a famous place. The Mayan pyramids Rashid was talking about.
What happened?
2 Star Wars movies were shot in that location as well.
Star Wars movies.
Yeah. So it's
They use the area as a natural movie set.
Yeah, it is beautiful. And it was discovered by archaeologists. If I'm not wrong, tell me, Stephanie. 1960s, I think American university archaeologists, they discovered by accidentally because they were buried inside landfills, you know, hills. Then they started taking them all out. They are like 60 plus meters height, some of them. Big city.
Miss Stephanie, do you have drug cartels like we see in Mexico, or it is safer?
Well, the region, and I think around the world, no one escapes from it, you know? So I wouldn't say to you, we don't have any. I can't guarantee you that, but I would say Guatemala is pretty safe for doing tourism.
All right, that was a diplomatic answer.
Thank you.
Has to be. Has to be. And they have a really good tourism minister. He's an American journalist for 20 plus years. He was in NBC and everything. He's American Guatemalan, and they are really lucky to have the best tourism minister in the world.
Yeah, I mean, you can also share this B2B event. In which month it will gonna happen, the networking?
The one that passed this year was in June, so we are expecting the same thing for next year. So once I have the invitation, Rajit,
Yeah.
I will share with you. So if there are companies that
Maybe some Turnkey members will travel there and join.
yes, that would be great.
Mr. Walid, go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Rashid, and thank you, Stephanie, for the insights regarding coffee and the investment in Guatemala. Guatemala, yes, sorry. Okay, so this is the first time I know that Guatemala is famous of coffee. What I, yeah, what I understand, because, you know, nowadays, I'll just give you the experience in UAE about coffee. Since there are 200 plus nationalities live in Dubai, so they are fond of coffee in different ways. And from time to time, you find one new coffee is opened, whether as like taking a franchisee from like the well-known coffee makers in the world, or they have their own brand. They want to compete with the existing famous brands. Okay, so yes, people in UAE, they used to have coffee a lot, and they tend to have the taste of a newcomers. Like for the you can find the Italian coffee, the Brazilian coffee, the Arabic coffee now, like Al Qahwa Al Arabiya is coming with different flavors.
Also, Turkish coffee is famous,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
It's
It
a
is very famous.
brewing style, but many people
Yes,
like
yes.
it in
Even
Middle East.
last time last week I had like dining with friends in one of the famous Turkish brands. It is Meat Moot. Okay, and it is a franchise in Dubai. It's very famous in Dubai right now, and they have like some branches. Coffee is now the trend in the UAE because you know, because of the some political situation for the famous brands, they now change to different brands. Even they want to uh, to uh, to taste and experiment different brands, and that's good for Guatemala to have existence in UAE, because yes, the coffee industry is booming. This is my just like point of view. Thank you so much, Stephanie and Rashid and all the group. Daigon also, I think he's also from the coffee industry. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Walid. It was nice to hear your approach as well. I think it's a big industry, the coffee, and I hope it's growing in Emiratos for you over there, that you guys have the chance to try the Guatemalan coffee as well. If you are interested and you want to help someone as well, I will be happy to introduce you to our commercial counsel who is also in Abu Dhabi.
Mashallah. I actually, unfortunately, I'm not into the coffee industry, but I'm just like giving you my point of view about the coffee industry. I am into different sector, which is real estate and intellectual property rights. Yes, I come across with intellectual property rights for famous brands in coffee, like
Why? We
ABC
have someone
companies.
about
Yes.
brand registry and patents called TÜM Group, Mr. Hussein. I think I linked you before. You can collaborate.
Mm.
You can do cross-country business. They do the same exactly what you do. Plus, they work on government incentives. When there is support for employment, support for incentives for exporters, they apply, they get the grant. So if I didn't link you, I can share their contact
No,
details.
I don't think so. Maybe I missed that, but I'm
I
not
will
sure
send
if you
you.
linked.
I will send you Hussein's contact detail. Maybe you can take it from there.
Sure.
All right.
Thank
All
you
right.
so
Thank
much.
you very much, everyone, for being with us this warm weekend. Instead of enjoying outdoors, having a brunch with your families, or picnic, or swimming in the sea. Thank you for your trust and belief in networking, persistence. Thank you to Ms. Garcia again for this informative presentation. Thank you, Taygun. I wish everyone a happy weekend. Hope to see you next Saturday. Bye.
Thank you. Have a nice
Take
weekend.
care,
Bye-bye.
everybody. Bye. Nice
Cheers.
to see
Bye-bye.
you.